Alright, welcome to Season 4, Race 19 of my F1 2020 My Team Career Mode. We are in Austin, Texas for the U.S. Grand Prix at Circuit of the Americas. As you can tell, very poor qualifying lap for myself. Starting at P14, just didn't have the speed. Don't really have much else to say about it other than that. And our teammate is starting in second, so we'll see what happens. At least he didn't win pole. But I think it'll turn out okay, because the way the first part of the track goes into turn one, especially during a start, it is a great opportunity to do some overtaking. So we'll see what we could get off the start. So take a sip of water. Now, I've been thinking about what I want to do for Season 5, because at this point, to me, it's pretty clear that there's going to be no R&D reset, and there have been no retirements. Like, other drivers announced that they're retiring from F1. So, I think what I'm going to do is that... Oh, I'll say after this loads, I feel like Jeff is going to speak to me about my poor qualifying effort. Expecting it.
Tough luck there.
There it is.
Not quite where we'd want to be on the grid, but chin up. It's not the end of the world.
Well, fortunately, I own my own team. So, here is my thinking. If Daniel Ricciardo manages to win the World Championship, I will select a new driver to be my teammate. Sort of my goal is just basically to get Ricciardo a World Championship as a driver. And if he could do that, then he's accomplished everything he needs to accomplish here at my team. If he doesn't, I will keep him on for another year and see if he can get it in Season 5. But if he does win the World Championship, and it looks like he's trending that way, given where he's finishing and where I'm finishing, I would say we are in for a new driver. Now, I have a driver in mind, but I'll save that for the prologue, should that scenario come up. But for now, let's go to the U.S. Grand Prix. Excuse me. Actually, as you saw, the Mercedes is very close to us now in the driver or the team performance chart, so they're getting faster as the season's coming to a close.
Here we are then in one of the fastest growing cities in the United States, the fabulous Austin, in the great state of Texas. The circuit itself 14 miles southeast of the city centre and home to the US Grand Prix since 2012. The latest in a long list of iconic tracks to have that honour. It's the Circuit of the Americas then, situated 14 miles outside the great city of Austin. This is the 3.6 mile lap with 20 corners, 10 each to the left and to the right, and top speeds of around 200 miles per hour. Overtaking opportunities are available into turns 1 and 12, especially with that rear wing DRS wide open. Joining me for today's race once again is Anthony Davidson. Let's begin by discussing Daniel Ricciardo. That was a great win. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
There are never any guarantees in this business, but certainly the performance last time out would have boosted their confidence coming into this one.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Daniel Ricciardo slotting in alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Bottas, Gasly, Alexander Albon, and Ocon, Matsushita, Norris, Verstappen, and Carlos Sainz. Kvyat, Leclerc, Sergio Perez, and the owner driver, Giotto, Stroll, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Kevin Magnussen. Russell, Latifi, Calderon, and Nick de Vries.
So Nick de Vries is the only penalty, but doesn't impact us.
Okay, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but treat it like any other race. Don't take unnecessary risks.
Because he was behind us. But we'll see what happens here. In terms of the strategies and everything else as the race goes on.
We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice start. Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want to bog down.
Unfortunately, I mean, we are on the dirtier line, which I guess in this case is the inside, but that will allow, that gives us basically a straight shot to go up the inside. And again, much like Japan, where I also had a poor effort in qualifying, my goal is to get points. So, if I can do that, I will be more than happy with my finishing result.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
And there was no chance of rain really in the forecast, which is good.
Okay, here's who we're really fighting today. Leclerc and Giotto. No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Should be interesting to see what happens up front at the start with Ricciardo in second, Hamilton on pole. Because showing up at the performance chart, those Mercedes are getting a little bit faster each and every week, or each and every race weekend. Warming up to the grid. It's going to be a very interesting start. Start's pretty much going to determine our whole race here. Here we go. 5 red lights for the U.S. Grand Prix. And we're underway. Lights out and away we go. We're already by Perez. Leclerc and Sainz already going low. Ooh, look at that. From P14 to P4. That was a great start. And I think my teammate already got the lead. He did. He got a great start. He just minced Hamilton. So it looks like Ricciardo's on for another victory. So this race for us is going to be all about damage limitation. Just getting the best points paying result that we can get. We're not going to challenge.
Looking good so far.
We're not going to challenge Ricciardo, our teammate, and we are not going to challenge the Mercedes at this rate. We're going to save that right there after our incredible start, going from 14th to 4th. And see, that's a situation where if I had been maybe like 10th on the grid, I would have gotten the lead on the start, so shows you how, I guess goes to further show how disappointing our qualifying effort was, but realistically, Ricardo, even after the pit stop cycle, Ricardo was probably going to take the lead anyway and drive away, so not too fussed about it right now. Looking to make a pass. Uh-oh, somebody's got problems already. Oh, it's the Renault. The other Renault, that's Esteban Ocon. He's having problems. He's out of the race. Oh, and did he cause a jam of some kind back there? Let's take a look. Seems like he caused some sort of jam up back there. Let's go on board. Oh, because he pulls off at the hairpin. He's slowing down. He's pulling off here. He's clearly pulling off the track. Oh, it's the AlphaTauri. Who's that? That's Giotto. Just randomly slowed down. I think somebody back there. Yep, somebody absolutely lost the front wing. So Giotto, for some reason, he slowed down and just didn't get going again. That caused Giovinazzi to slow down, which caused Stroll to slow down, which caused Magnussen to slow down. And then you had George Russell and the Haas running into the back of Magnussen. And then Nick DeVries running into the back of his teammate. So already, the two Haas cars have wing damage and will likely be needing to pit. So those fellows are already on the back foot, it seems. So, a poor start for the American team at their home. In theory, is their home Grand Prix.
Let's use overtake and burn some of this energy.
I would suspect that Russell and DeVries will probably be pitting coming up as Ricardo sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix.
DRS is being enabled this lap.
DRS
You can use
has been
DRS
enabled
when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Yep, and both Haas cars come in at the same time to make their front wing changes, and that will absolutely put them on the back foot. As I horribly screw up the S section. Let's actually take a look at the Haas cars, because I'm assuming they're going to be double stacking here. They'll be servicing Russell first, and then Nick DeVries. So they will be well behind the rest of the pack, particularly DeVries. Oop, that was a not good moment. I think both DeVries and Russell went for softs again, so they'll be having to make at least another pit stop. Running wide there was not a good idea. The question is going to be when we pit. Two projectors same between lap 8 and 12.
The gap to the car ahead is 12.8 seconds. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
We're getting a new strategy option now. Saying lap 13. Indicating the tire wear is pretty good on this car. Or I guess around this track, I should say. That's not good.
Okay, clear.
We got more problems in the back. Looks like one of the Racing Points is having trouble. Perez is out.
Safety car.
Safety car
No
is
overtaking.
out.
Reduce your pace. Keep your delta number positive as we form up. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
Nobody, leaders do not pit. So I think it's probably the best idea that I don't pit, especially since the pack behind me is all bunched together. I think it's better to stay out here. Just take this opportunity to preserve the tire wear. Nobody else is pitting either. Oh, we got a couple pitting. We got a couple behind us who decided to pit. So what we'll do is we'll save right here. Curious to see what those guys do. Maybe they're gonna try two-stop, potentially. One of the Ferraris. One of the Racing Points. One of the Williams cars. I think one of the Red Bulls. So what did these guys go with? Let me see. They got Leclerc, I believe this is, coming in. And he's going for another set of softs. Kyoto's coming in for another set of softs along with Kvyat. So both of the AlphaTauris are pitting. And then Lance Stroll is pitting for softs. Okay. So these people are pitting, but they're pitting for softs, which means that they will absolutely have to pit again. So I guess what they're banking on is that those better tires will help them with track position somehow. I'm guessing that's the play. What this does do, though, it does help us catch the cars in front. So it should make things a little more interesting when it comes to the leaders ahead of us pitting and whether they get caught in traffic. Tire wear is pretty solid. Still go pretty far on these set of tires. And of the cars that pitted under the safety car, the first one in the lineup is going to be Leclerc in 14th. So you got Leclerc, Kvyat, Stroll, Calderon, Giotto, who pitted, and Russell and De Vries are on the older softs there. safety car in this lap. Ricardo will be controlling the restart.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags. The track is clear. Green flag.
Ah, that wasn't gonna work. I tried. Bottas just got a better start than I did. Well, you can't kill me for trying.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Use your overtake button. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums. Our gap to the car in front is 5.8 seconds.
got some cars already in the pits. Who was that decided to come in? That was one of the McLarens of Sainz. And I think one of the Red Bulls, if I can find him. Okay, come on guys. There's a Red Bull that pitted here. Show me. It's Matsushita. Okay. You know, I might hit a lap early here if Ricciardo stays out for another lap.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Right, come in at the end of this lap.
So you lap earlier than they want, but that's, I think that'll work, it's still fine.
Okay, gap ahead is 10.3 seconds. Daniel's in for his stop. The pit box is currently full. Stay out on track, stay out on track.
Screw that, I'm pitting now. What I'll do is I'll go back and do a save in case anything backfires.
Affirmative, medium tyres at the next stop.
And just to confirm, Hamilton and Ricciardo went with medium tires.
Go, exit now. We're racing on the exit.
One
Exit,
spot
exit
to
now.
the Red Bull.
Look after these tyres now.
Albon.
We want to finish the race on this compound.
Spots to Sainz and Matsushita as well. So I think when the cycle ends out, we might end up actually losing some spots here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we might end up dropping to 8th place, I think. Depending on when those cars on softs pit, which I have no idea when they're going to pit.
We need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake. gap to car in front is 1.6 seconds.
Yep, 13.
We're trailing our teammate by 17.8 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're in third. The time last lap was a 1 minute 52.7. Albon is ahead of you, P12. We have P12. The gap to the car ahead is 3.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Verstappen is behind you. The gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. Our gap to first place is 21.9 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. This pace is strong, but be aware your tyres need to go the distance. lap to the car in front is 1.8 seconds. We're in 10th position. Albon ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 1.8 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Verstappen behind. Less than a second separate you. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, gap to leader. 24.7 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 12 laps to go. Okay, you're in the top 10.
Alright, so we're up to P9 at this stage. It looks like that's where we're going to stay, barring another safety car, barring somebody else having a problem.
Overtake now, please. Push hard. Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button more. Gap to teammate ahead is 28.5 seconds.
race feels kind of weird because we've already made our pit stops yet. And we've run, 6 or 7 laps or so on these tires, yet we still have 8 laps to go.
Gap to car in front is 7.4 seconds.
And I totally screwed up that corner complex.
The gap to the car ahead is 8.3 seconds. Some information on Verstappen. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
That's helpful. I could have done a better job there. And use the ERS. Completely forgot about it. And I missed that corner again. Rough times here. Verstappen has
We're trailing
mechanical
on
failures
teammate by
that are ailing his
41.4
car
seconds.
at the moment. Fortunately for us, though, he hasn't been passed by anyone other than Norris yet, so he's backing up everyone else behind him. Which is helping out me a lot. Verstappen get about to get overtaken pretty easily by Luca Giotto for 11th
Use your
place.
overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy. To the car in front is 12.1 seconds. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
And as we're on 4 laps to go, our teammate has already crossed the line and taken 3 laps to go. Just to show you how far ahead he is. Screwed up once again. Much better. Three laps to go. Come soon enough.
Okay, gap ahead is 14.0 seconds.
It's a wild ride there, trying to defend. Norris is Verstappen just gets into Kyoto. It takes 10th place back. I guess whatever cars is, or whatever issue his car is having is fixed. As he's back into the points.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. Gap to car in front is 15.3 seconds. This is your final lap of the race.
Oh, that's not good. Meanwhile, Daniel Ricciardo comes off the final corner to win his 5th consecutive Grand Prix and will presumably take control of the Drivers' World Championship with my finish all the way back in 9th place. Just messing around here the last lap of the Grand Prix. Trying to get him to spin out by himself and maybe take a couple cars with him. That's not what I don't. That's what I don't want to do.
Green flag.
That's not what I was trying to do.
Off.
Again, not what I'm trying to do. Just trying to get him to get loose, maybe like a gill toe or something. Carnage.
Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please. Okay, clear.
That's good enough.
The gap to the car ahead is 19.8 seconds.
And we'll come across the line. 9th place.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Not just victory today then, but the championship as well. What a spectacular season they've had.
I guess we clinched the
Congratulations to
Constructors'
the whole team.
Championship in this race.
Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
Here comes your top three making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One.
So Bottas gets second, and Hamilton gets third. So Bottas is still very much in this championship fight. He is not out of it by any means.
So, let's review the drivers' standings. Daniel Ricciardo is the new leader of the Drivers' Championship after today's results. Now, let's discuss, Ants. Who would you say is a contender for Driver of the Day?
Definitely Antonio Giovinazzi, isn't it? No matter what the rest of the field threw at him, he didn't put a foot wrong. Superb drive from him. I know that's at odds with the official decision, but I think they deserve some recognition on a day where both of these drivers are at the top of their game.
Nothing can challenge the leaders of the Constructors' Championship at this point. But, meanwhile, a strong weekend from Red Bull this time out, and they improved their position in the championship. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
So that was the United States Grand Prix. I guess I'm just happy that I got away from that race with some points, which is good. Standings in the championship, as they just said, constructors already clinched. We have beaten Mercedes once again. Red Bull and Renault swap, but that doesn't really matter. Championship standings wise, Ricciardo now leads by 6 going into the Mexican Grand Prix. While Bottas remains alive, he's still got a shot. He has to be inside of 50 points of the lead coming out of Mexico. So he is on the danger zone. He can still get there, but he needs a very strong result in Mexico. He basically needs to finish ahead of both myself and Ricciardo. So there is that. Alright, and that was the race.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours. This result cost you your lead in the championship. Will you be able to claw it back? You were cutting your way through the field during the race. Your teammate took the #1 spot. Does that make you happy or jealous? A podium finish for your teammate. Will you be celebrating with them tonight? Appreciate your time.
Margins are looking good right now. I think we've got room for some more investment.
Alright, and that's it for the US Grand Prix. I'll see you next time for the Mexican Grand Prix.